Answer, because you are that, you are capable, you are gifted, and you are soaring to be opinionated. It's okay to be different, and it's so okay to just be. The world awaits to receive you.
I could not be here breathing and be comfortable if I was really as bad as they was making it. You know, nobody could be around me. So for me to be this calm, I must have some kind of inner peace. And my inner peace is knowing that once everybody take the time to really see what type of person I am, you'd be surprised that I stuck around this long. I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. You know, live the best life I can live, be as happy as I can be. Nothing is perfect for anybody. I don't know.
Boys, I swear, I think I figured it out. You know why they don't want us redneck brothers and sisters and the hood brothers and sisters getting along? You know why? Because we be unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, we would shut shit down.
We will shut shit down. Blessings, blessings. Welcome to Uncensored Enlightenment Talk. Yes, you got me on the screen. Blessings, everyone. I pray my notifications go out. We've been having some issue with our streaming equipment, guys. We've been noticing some difference. So what we're going to be doing in the future is that we're going to be changing some things around. So I want to say thank you for being here, the ones who get the notification now or the ones that get it on playback. So what we're going to be doing today is keeping our eyes on what's going on in Harvey. You already know what it is. If you don't know, I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you guys to go to the playlist and check it out. Okay, what we're doing here is like a preliminary investigation. Okay, so what I do is try to get an idea of who is the characters, who work with who, what's going on. So as you guys can see, I have a consistent playlist here, highlighting some of the topics that I like to talk about. See, you already know we got Dalton under new leadership. So if you're into the Dalton content, please go here. We have about 12 videos already. We do have an old Dalton one. Where is it? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. So what happened? All right. So we do have an old Dalton playlist. Where is it? I think it's this one, Free Dalton and Thornton from Tiffany Henyard. So that was our old playlist that mixed Dalton and Thornton content together. But what I wanted to show you is that we've been working on our Save Harvey content. So we have been keeping our eye on what's been going on in Harvey all the way back to January. So we have about 26 videos already, guys. Shout out to one of the first people who made me aware of what was going on in Harvey, and that was Ryan. Shout out to him. Go check out his channel. We have a few deep dive videos. So as I get to know the South Side, I noted that the South Side has a lot of appendages, a lot going on. So now what we'll be doing is everything that have to do with Harvey. It would be here, the Harvey School Board, the Harvey Library Board, and all of the drama that's going on with Harvey. Okay, so check it out. That's our playlist. We're building it up. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. So let's move that off the screen. All right. So like I said, this is part of our preliminary research because, you know, I have to try to get to know what's going on with these people because there's so many branches, so many bodies that's taxing the people. Okay. So here is the Harvey Public Library District. And what we did was try to find as many articles as possible or, you know, just basic search of what we can find out online. And what we have noted is that the Harvey World Herald, they have done a lot of articles. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to start to go through some of these articles to get us up to date to what's going on. And then we're going to move into the last board meeting because, as you know, we have been keeping our eye on people such as, let's put them on the screen real quick. KP. All right. So what we have taken note of is that KP got a wifey. He got a wifey. And I said this a while ago. KP wife is beautiful. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful young lady. And that's who we got on the screen. But you know, KP actions is not beautiful. You know, we've been keeping our eye on him. You know, he's jumping ship to ship. The basic South Side nonsense. Today broadcast is not about KP, but I just wanted to kind of make a connection because we're going to be talking about his wife, her role in on the board, what has been happening over the last couple of months, maybe years, and yeah. So these are some of the board members here. Mr. Anthony McCaskill is the president. So we're going to be looking at him a little bit, found a little video about Mr. Anthony McCaskill, and then we're going to get into his wife, Miss McCaskill, who was rolled into her position as commissioner. So we have a little bit about that. So this is for the people who are trying to get an idea of what's going on. Like, you know what I do. I try to put everything together like a good amount so we can kind of get a good picture. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. Okay. Oh, before we get too deep into stuff too, I do want to send a shout out to Trina. Don't think we forgot about what's going on in Harvey. Shout out to Trina. Your live was live. I mean, action-packed information. I didn't get a chance to watch the last Dalton meeting, but we will be reviewing it next week. I mean, at the end of the week, you can review it with me, guys. You know, we're going to pick out the stuff. But Tiffany. Where the hell is Tiffany here at? Where is she at? Talking. She talking about me. I'm just playing. Like I said, Trina, she put in that work. There's a lot of things that she highlighted that we're going to be reiterating when we talk about Dalton. So I just want to give y'all a heads up. Go check out that live she did this afternoon. I was like, you don't damn. Okay, so now this is what we're going to be on it. So Keith Price is not the vice president anymore, I would assume. I didn't do my research, but isn't this related to him holding too many positions? Remember we read when he was given the boot. So this could be one of the positions if I remember off the top of my head. He's not my object of reflection today. We need a whole episode to talk about Keith Price. So don't worry, Keith. We're going to talk about you because you done messed up doing this right here. So yeah, I don't worry, Keith. A little weird. But also who else? And if y'all know anything about these people, let me know. So we're going to get into watching Tamika Price in action. Chappelle Hooks, shout out to Chappelle Hooks. I should just cut that part on the video where she was like, stop, Jedediah, stop. No, I'm not making fun of her. She was saying it from her chest because of this demon right here. Southside connections. So much goes on in such a little area. Okay. Thank God we still keeping our eye on what's going on there. Charwana Morgan, trustee. I didn't go too deep on her today, but we did look a little bit into Angela Taylor and Felicia Powell Johnson. Now, in the video, I think Felicia is the one that had the flip-flops. If I'm mistaken, but we'll see. We'll go on there because one of them was about to try to set it off. They was a little aggressive. Let me just say that. Just a little bit aggressive. Please hit the like button. As I tell you guys, we've been having some issues with our streaming equipment. I do truly believe it's our streaming equipment when it comes to notifications. So we're going to be working on something new. Something up my sleeve. But until then, hit the like button until we can do what we could do. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always here for the South Side. Now, I wanted to figure out a little bit about Mr. McCaskill. You know, let's watch this video. Harvey today, Mr. McCaskill. And I think he tried to run for mayor of Harvey at one point. Let's get into it. So weird. These people try to do everything.
Harvey S. of 2019. Significant decrease of rental and residential owners since 1998. Approximately 20% of home ownership out of 100% in the city of Harvey. Erosion of the middle class tax base, cuts in state and federal funding, and decreased revenues. increased unemployment rates at a staggering 35%. Blight and dilapidated housing in once stable neighborhoods. Underutilization of the street and sanitation department due to lack of funding.
Okay, so why did you say all of that? He just stated a whole lot of problems and he said he's about to fix it. Let's finish watch this. What is this about?
Hi, I'm Anthony McCaskill, candidate for the mayor of the city of Harvey. We're standing here in front of a abandoned fire station here on 168th and Lathrop. And everybody talks about pension reform and how to bring back the laid off firemen and police officers. I think we need to start from the top. I'm asking that the mayor, the city council, the clerk, the treasurer, and all the aldermen donate their salaries back to the community so we can bring these officers back. I'm Anthony McCaskill. I'm running for mayor of the city of Harvey. Thank you.
Now he know he wasn't about to do that. Did they donate their salary for the school board? Somebody did say that. No, I know. Boy, bye. What was the plan to fix the rest of the stuff though that he had named? You see how they just be throwing shit out there? Hold up, did I miss something in the beginning, y'all? Did he say he was gonna fix all of that? Wait a minute. Let me just play it real quick.
Harvey S. of 2019. Significant decrease of rental and residential owners since 1998. Approximately 20% of home ownership out of 100% in the city of Harvey. Erosion of the middle class tax base, cuts in state and federal funding, and decreased revenues. Increased unemployment rates at a staggering 35%. Blight and dilapidated housing in once stable neighborhoods.
Okay.
I
know I wasn't tripping. I'm not about to watch that again. Yeah, no solutions, just a whole bunch of problems you just threw out. That's Mr. McCaskill. That's one video that I found. I think that was on. That's on his YouTube page, baby. Hold on, I'm all nosy. Hold on, y'all. Let's go back. I'm Anthony McCaskill. Hold on one second. Where we at? Where we with? How y'all doing this afternoon, y'all? Usually on this time, I'll probably be just getting up. But, you know, my schedule changed a little bit. So I said, let's get it. Okay, he got his own page. This was when he was running in 2019. Yeah, we're not about to watch all of that. But I'm going to look through some of these things so I can start identifying. Ooh, who is that? Who is that? Hold up. I saw a Spanish guy. Y'all know who
Yeah, McCaskill really.
Sorry, y'all. I saw a Spanish guy. I was like, is that Gonzalez? I'm going to look through this page. I did. I'm going to look through this page and I'm going to see what I can find as far as when we kind of go into Mr. McCaskill because we want to see him into action. But Dixmoor, he was a Dixmoor Treasurer, Anthony McCaskill. Let's look at this. Y'all know I'm nosy. Y'all know I'm nosy. Look at this. All right. Check it out. Check it out. What we got going on around here? This is Dixmoor Treasurer Anthony McCaskill arrested after fireworks complaint in Harvey. Dixmoor Village president says it's political. Let's play this. Y'all know it's always political. It's always some shit. Let's see if there's a video gonna play. Long commercial. All right, so a fireworks show in South Suburban Harvey didn't go as planned. It ended with the Dixmoor Village Treasurer getting thrown in jail. The treasurer is now facing charges, but CBS 2 political investigator Dana Kozlov found that Dixmoor Village president is not concerned about it at all. Kozlov asked Dixmoor Treasurer Anthony McCaskill if he wanted to comment on his arrest. He replied, I can't answer questions with the ongoing litigation going on. Mr. McCaskill is out of lockup, but as seen there, he is not saying much about the charges he is now facing. But McCaskill boss, Dixmoor Village President Fitzgerald, yeah, Fitzgerald. Who's Fitzgerald? Wasn't that the one that was like supporting Henry and then was like, nah, take my name off of that, take my name off of all that. Okay, so that's Fitzgerald, if y'all remember. Okay, I think that's him. I'm pretty much sure. Had plenty to say while sitting right next to him during the Zoom call. I believe it's political struggle to make someone look bad, Robert said. It all started Saturday when McCaskill, who is also Dixmoor Human Resources Director, 2 jobs, was at a basketball court with his wife and others near 148th Street and Broadway in Harvey. Police were called because of illegal fireworks. According to police report, when Harvey officers arrived, McCaskill got belligerent and drove off. The report said wife Kisha McCaskill, the executive director of Harvey Park District, drove off in a second car. According to the reports, Kisha McCaskill began driving recklessly, refusing to stop for police, and ended up at the Harvey Police Department. She was arrested. They turned up out there. They put, hold it, this is it.
Also,
they turned up out there. Hold on, is it going to start over? That's trifling. Hold on, y'all. Let's watch this real quick. Oh my God.
A fireworks show in South Suburban Harvey didn't go as planned. In fact, it ended with the treasurer of Dixmoor getting thrown in jail. Now he's facing charges, and CBS 2 political investigator Dana Kozlov found Dixmoor's village president is not concerned at all.
Would you like to comment on your arrest?
I can't, because there's going to be ongoing litigation going on.
Dixmoor Treasurer Anthony McCaskill, on the left, is out of lockup, but not saying much about the charges he's now facing. But his boss, Dixmoor Village President Fitzgerald Roberts, on the right, has plenty to say.
I believe it's political struggle to make someone look bad.
It all started Saturday when McCaskill, who's also Dixmoor's Human Resources Director, and his wife were in a basketball court near 148th and Broadway in Harvey. Police were called because of illegal fireworks. According to the police report, when Harvey officers arrived, McCaskill got belligerent and drove off. His wife, Kisha McCaskill, the executive director of Harvey's Park.
She got the slick bang. Oh, I used to have that hairstyle back in the day. With the little bump in the head. Give me your project chick. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. Go ahead. Play.
District drove off in a second car.
I'm just playing.
According to the report, she began driving recklessly, refusing to stop for police, and ended up at Harvey's police department. She was arrested. Police say Anthony McCaskill then showed up and began fighting with police. He was arrested too.
I can't really say too much.
He's now charged with 4 misdemeanors.
Aggravated assault, a fireworks charge, resisting and obstructing a police officer, and an ordinance violation. Does that concern you?
No, it does not concern me, due to the fact that I know the motivation behind it, pretty much.
Which is
which is political.
There is some.
Wait, so do they have a fireworks ordinance? Because I know they had a fireworks show out there, right? That was the same parade that Jedediah was stalking Ryan, all of that drama. Don't they have fireworks out there? Is it an ordinance against it? I know Dalton, they don't play with the fireworks. They was complaining and everything. Y'all let me know. Look at him looking all skeeted up. Let's play. Look, our best guy. Let's play him real quick. Looking all skeeted up on the screen.
History between McCaskill and Harvey's current mayor, Christopher Clark. They both ran for mayor in the last election. McCaskill is also the former head of Harvey's Park District before his wife took over. Mayor Clark issued a statement saying he's deeply disappointed by their actions, especially the way they treated police officers. But Dixmoor's president says McCaskill will remain in his appointed office.
McCaskill is doing a wonderful job here in the village of Dixmoor, and fireworks does not have nothing to do with accounting.
And there is another political layer to this. Sources tell me that McCaskill is planning to run against Harvey Mayor Christopher Clark in next year's election. But until that time, the next thing on the agenda for Dixmoor's treasurer is a late July court date.
Well, and also to get the report out as well. This was June 2022. Okay, so yeah, this is a little bit too much. Why do people out there get arrested so much? It's like getting arrested is just nothing. It don't mess up your credentials or none of that. All these years I've been trying not to get arrested. follow the law, did move a little different so nothing happened. Well, why people just be, it's okay to get arrested and then you have all these political positions. It's a little weird. So that's a little bit of the foundations of the relationship between Mr. and Mrs. McCaskill and Clark. But that was in 2000, and hold on, don't think that is new, because you know how things go. Mad today, good tomorrow. That was 2022. So as of right now, we don't know how the relationship is. They could be best friends. You know how things go over there on the South Side. I'm just being honest. But let's move on. I'm gonna skip 2 years forward. Now, I'm gonna credit Harvey World Horror for keep getting me up to date on what's going on here, because this is a whole nother branch of taxation out there that's having issues, and I'm nosy. So I noticed that Harvey World Harvard has been doing a lot of documentation of what's been going on in the library board. And they also have a clear video that we're going to be watching. So we're going to go through a few of their articles. Shout out to them, and I'll put the reference at the bottom of the page. And I'm just saying it's for information, educational purposes only. Y'all know any news broadcaster that is actually their perspective don't mean it's 100% accurate, but I do see that they're consistent in reporting, and it seems, accurate to some extent. And the reason why I said it, because it was one article that I was looking where it was about Chappelle, and it said Chappelle had basically resigned because she didn't know the plan, and that was it. It was short. I think I still got the article. I kind of took it down like, what? So that's why I say that, we always try to find articles that's different about the same subject, but obviously a lot of people don't talk about Harvey Library and things. So shout out to everybody who's talking about Harvey, putting Harvey on the map. You know what we need to do. Let's save Harvey. Let's work together, because this is trifling. Okay, trustees on the defense after criticism over inconsistencies in Harvey Library vacancy appointment records. Okay, so the former intern library director incorrectly submitted vacancy papers to state library related to the appointment of Keith Price. Whew, yeah, I think Keith Price lost it. Okay. An unidentified Blue Island resident dubbed the appointment of library trustee Keith Price illegal at the board August meeting because Price owes thousands to the state. According to the state records, as of March 2023, Price owes $37,000 in unpaid filing fees for the Political Action Committee. People for Price. That's going to be Jedediah in a couple of months with his gas campaign. Moving forward, we wanted to put them two together, okay? Price mistakenly believed the committee had been dissolved in 2021, then moved and dealt with familial health matters. According to an appeal report, Price appeal on the fees was denied. You owe $37,000. In 2021, the Illinois Supreme Court ruled that such fines prohibit a person from appearing on any election ballot while the fees are unpaid. Illinois State Board of Election notified the Cook County Board of Elections, which removed Price from the 2023 municipal ballot, and he attempted to run for the 6th Ward Alderman, state records show. So maybe people need to go see. I just gotta say, we're gonna check out, see if Jedediah owes some damn debt. Blank, blank, blank. However, there isn't an unidentifiable percentage for whether these fees prevent someone from being appointed to fill a vacancy municipal role, in which case they wouldn't appear on the ballot anyhow. They always try to find a way around something. Still, the speaker at the board regular meeting last month contested to the appointment of subject to scrutiny, demanding Price appointment be vacated because the library submitted incorrect appointment paperwork to the state librarian. The Illinois State Librarian Act requires secretaries at the local library to report both vacancy and vacancy appointments to the state librarian within 60 days of their occurrence. State records confirmed that the library was late to report the vacancy that occurred in June 2023. Price appointed the following month, and the wrong staffer and the wrong staffer submitted the documentation. So wrong person, late and everything. Sound like a Hineyard. These people just doing stuff. That's why you can't have, everybody can't do all the jobs. Like, you got to specialize in something. Damn, y'all just jumping the seat to seat, just doing stuff. But librarian leadership swore it wasn't on purpose and defended his appointment. Conflict in library records. Former intern director Kim Pike erroneously completed the vacancy report, officially signing on March 11th. Pike also incorrectly identified Secretary Chappelle Hooks. She was a secretary at one point because they said that she had quit. Remember I told you he had a one-line hitter and said she quit because she didn't know the plan. Oh, okay. We just still trying to figure this out because Chappelle's still on the board, but maybe not the secretary. So Pike also incorrectly identified Secretary Chappelle Hooks as having been appointed to fill Garcia vacancy. Hook was elected in 2023. The Blue Island resident, a frequent face at the library meeting, then demanded the board vacate Price appointment because he was not properly and legally sat. Trustee Anthony McCaskill defended the board appointment of Price appointment. So Anthony McCaskill and Price is cool, but Price and Clark has a lawsuit together back in the day. Oh yeah, just a little bit. We're gonna get to it. I'm sitting on some stuff. They weird. And then Jedediah come in with the INA thing under Clark, and it's weird because I saw an endorsement from Miss McCaskill to Kobe most recently. And then McCaskill is going against Kiana, right? Huh? If we get caught up here, am I a part of the being Southside resident? Let me get on the screen. I'm over here in deep thought, like, yeah, so we play that back in a few. But I think that's a little bit what's going on here. We're going to figure this out. Former trustee Garcia signed her resignation letter to the board in June 2023. The board both accepted her resignation, approved Keith Price appointment on July 13, 2023, like a month later. According to the night meeting minutes, Treasury Joanna Nesbitt is listed as present. However, the minutes don't include her name as having voted on Price appointment or any other official business altogether. Just so they can have a quorum, possibly. Ooh. According to the minutes, McCaskill motioned the appointment. He also seconded his own motion. You can't do that. They can't do that. Robert Rules of Order. I think I read that. Somebody else supposed to second the motion. Okay, I'll find that booklet I got. According to the Robert Rules of Order, structuring rules to govern a motion that is not seconded by another person fails. Exactly. McCaskill, Tamika Price, Vice President Monique Williams, and Secretary Chappelle Hooks voted yes. Charwana Morgan was absent. That speaker then handed out copies of email exchange between Illinois Secretary and Tamika Price to attendees, along with other items. What the hell? What they got going on? Yeah, preliminary research, y'all. Let's get to it. You can see, but we need to watch them because they all connected. We were going through our files, noting a discrepancy in the date of notification from filling out by your former director, Kim Pike, wrote Amanda Saya. Please don't kick my butt if I mispronounce someone's name. Library program specialist at Illinois State Library to Tamika. Okay, so that's the email. Let me see. What is it? I'm requesting access. You think they're going to give me access to read the letter? I just request access. The email that was sent to the district was generated by me because I spoke to her. I told her that the dates were incorrect. She sent the form. Tamika Price, Keith Price's wife, clarified at the meeting. The comments made at August board meeting came to library leaders as another vacancy arose on the board. So we already see paperwork discrepancy, saying people was at meetings that was possibly not there. It's a little bit weird, but not because that it happens. That's the first time I heard that though, where they say somebody at a meeting and they like probably wasn't there. That's a new one for us because they couldn't get that off when people was paying attention to all the meetings we've been watching. Dalton and Thornton. Okay, so this is after that. So that last article took place October 4th, 2024. Now we're moving on to October 10th, 2024. Yelling and arguing ensues after Harvey Library trustee accused board of violating state transparency law. It gets better. Shout out to Harvey Herald. What are you doing here? Freaking think thing. QQ, you getting me up to date with my nose ears. You, me. I'm up in the A. Shout out to everybody who's out of state, keeping their eye on a south side. Y'all know I'm still hanging. You know, I'm still hanging. I love y'all. Yelling and arguing ensued after Harvey Library trustee accused board of violating state transparency laws. In September, Harvey Public Library tension came to bear as one board member descended to make key votes, including naming a new president, vice president, and treasurer. Everything. They look at Keith Rice right there. So thicker than a snicker. Okay, trustee Morgan accused the board of violating the state transparency law and not notifying her of the board meeting. Ooh, sound familiar? That came as Morgan voted against key agenda items, including the September bill list, board reorganized, and the decision to table discussion after flex room rates. Okay. We got to figure out what that is, the flex room rates. But obviously, she's not going with the flow. We will find a little bit more about the McCaskills because they got their grip on this board. She also voted against approving August 13th special meetings, according to other members of not properly notifying her. In August, the board held 2025 fiscal year budget hearing, followed by a special meeting where it was approved. Morgan wasn't physically present in an attempt to join both meetings by phone, but was denied because the motion wasn't made 24 hours in advance to adjust the agenda according to the meeting minutes. What the heck do you have to adjust when somebody calling in? Dirty politics. Morgan was marked absent in the August 13th meeting, and to that end, Morgan showed emails she said that was sent 27 hours in advance requesting to join virtually. But Keith Price, Tamika Price, and Anthony McCaskill rebuffed her. Okay, so you see. Okay, so those three working together a little bit. This was in 2024, kind of like not saying they're gonna be working together today, but we kind of just seeing the vibe, catching the vibe. But it's crazy because they see it's just like they side for the minute because KP and allegedly Clark is cool. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. Okay, the OMA permit elected officials to join members. So the Open Meetings Act permits elected officials to join members virtually, specifically, in absence of a disaster situation, so long as their quorum for those physical present. So they have to have a quorum of the people who are physically present for it to be accepted. In July 2023, the Illinois General Assembly admitted that the accepted reason for virtual attendance include child care obligation. Morgan cited the statute as her defense. Yeah, remember that Stephanie Wiedemann had to do that and they let her do it. They just be picking and choosing. According to the OME section outlining non-physical attendance. Now, I think we went through that already with who is outside? I think my son's. I'm like, I saw a little shadow. Yeah, I think we went through that already as far as they do have the right. It is also stated that each member of the body participated in the meeting by audio or video conference for the meeting is considered present at the meeting for purpose of determining a quorum and participated in all proceeds. But they said they have to have a quorum before. We got to read the Open Meetings Act too. They probably have it here. They better not talk about any access. Generally, an agenda cannot be updated within 48-hour period prior to the meeting if the public body intends to take action on that item, and the public body cannot take action at a special meeting on an item that is not listed on the agenda. But the section Morgan cited doesn't mention agenda changes in regards to non-physical attendance. So again, drama and related to that's just a little bit of stupid politics they have right there. But let's see who is this person. Trustee Charwana Morgan. Hold on, give me a second, y'all. She's still on here? That's the one who I didn't look up. There she go. I'm so nosy. Shout out to Harvey Library Herald. Give me a second. The video is right here. Oh shoot. He's amazing. Let's see who this lady is, who they was trying to not let attend virtually, who is maybe not in the clique. Let's see. She's still there.
As a library trustee, I'm just fighting for transparency. We have to.
Okay, so I think she probably one of the ones that vacated. Let's watch it.
Come on one accord, and it's what's best for the people. It's not about what this person thinks is okay. As you guys noticed today, it was like a follow suit. One person votes no, everybody else wants to vote no. We have to vote with what the paper says, what our account says. And even today, the coming up in my face, that was so disrespectful. We should not be using this back door. That's not safe and secure for anyone. We have front doors that have metal detectors for a reason. And I pray to God that one day we as a library in a minority community come together on one accord and get it together.
She said, we missed this one. What date was this? She said they should not be coming up in my face. This was 2 months ago. Oh, don't worry. We're going to watch a few more of your videos. Shout out to the Harvey Library Herald. Please go to their page. We'll be putting a link at the bottom. I ain't going to get off track, but y'all see who they was trying to get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? You can't attend virtually for some fair reason. You are not in the clique. Possibly. We're still learning. This is our preliminary. Please hit the like button. You know what we do here. Miss Nosy. You know, Miss Karen, I'm telling. Moving forward. Now, I have the Open Meetings Act paper up, but I'm not going to get distracted because it's going to be a long live anyway. Harvey Public Library District Board appoints 2 new members after trustees abruptly resign. So was it her that abruptly resigned? Miss Joanne Nesbitt. Let's read this article. Hit the like button. Thank you for being here. We're having some trouble with our streaming equipment. Don't worry. I will be getting new streaming equipment. It's not sending notifications out. Yeah, we're going to have to revamp some things. But you know what we do. We got our eyes on the South Side. The South Side. Let me start like it's the South Bronx. Okay. Harvey Public Library District Board appoint 2 new members after trustee abruptly resigned. Now we're doing this in synchronized order. Yeah, we still in 2024. Yeah, see, I had to put the forehead down. I had to think about it. December 9th, 2024. This is when this took place. Let's watch this. Felicia Power Johnson. Okay. I want to see, is that the one who had the flip-flops, dog? And Angelique Taylor were named to be to the board in November, filling 2 vacancies left by death and abrupt resignation. Okay, we're not watching this whole video right now. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to it later on. Y'all know what I'm doing. Break it up a little bit. Okay, the Harvey Public Library District Board appointed 2 new members during the special meeting in November 12th. This is 2024, filling vacancies left after one trustee passed away and another resigned. The original start time was 6:30 p.m. It got 30 minutes late. Obviously, the author fell away. Joanne Nesbitt passed away in July. Okay, Miss Nesbitt got arrested dead. Monique Williams abruptly resigned. So hold on. Let me y'all see who is that person? Hold on. Was we just talking about Monique Williams? No, we were talking about Ms. Morgan. Okay, we need to figure out who Monique Williams. Okay, Ms. Morgan was just complaining 2 months ago. So Monique Williams abruptly resigned from the board a week before the meeting. The new trustee expressed her enthusiasm from joining the board and their commitment to serving the community. I'm just honored to help the kids out in the community. I'm honored to help the library board make great decisions. That's why I'm here, Angelique. Yeah, Angelette Teller. I do apologize. Angelette Teller, who unsuccessfully ran for city council in 2023. He said, I am about the community. Felicia Power Johnson, a known fixture in the Harvey Public District headquarters, echoes similar sentiments, stating, I just want everyone to come out and support the library so that people know that it's here. I'm not new to Harvey, Johnson went on, and I'm not a fan of all of the bickering. I just want to do what's right for the residents. In Williams' letter, she expressed her commitment to the inclusive and ethical environment, but felt the board leadership acted in ways that conflict with her own values, dubbing some action inherently corrupt. I think I read this letter. Oh, here go the letter. Yeah, I remember because I was talking about the library, the park district, and then I found this. And I was like, wait, y'all remember I did the video on the park district? I don't go look at the playlist, okay? And then I got a little sidetracked, like, wait, am I talking about the park district or the library? Oh, shit, they two different entities. And that's when I read that letter when she was talking about moral issues and everything. So I'm going to find that. I'm going to cut it. I was looking for it today. But I'm going to find it and cut it because that's where we were kind of talking about the Harvey Public Library District one time. Because I was like, what the hell? I mixed it up. But I got the letter. We ain't gonna read it right now, but obviously, it's ethical problems in the environment, and she felt like she couldn't do a job. So these persons now they saying, I'm here to do the job. Miss Taylor said, I'm so excited, and Miss Felicia Powell is so excited. Leadership prioritize personal agenda. This is Miss Williams, according to her letter, though. Leaders personnel prioritize personal agendas over the welfare of the library and its patrons, William wrote. The lack of financial transparency in financial dealings, disregarding for established policies, and failure to uphold ethical standards create an atmosphere that is not conducive to the mission we are meant to serve. In her letter, she stated about the transparency of the board in violation of the OMA, and so I just hope, and I have said several times, Trustee Morgan, Charwana, just tell me how to pronounce it. Call her Miss Morgan. Began. And I hope that's the one that's the one we just saw, Miss Morgan. Yeah, that's Miss Morgan. Hold on. It says in her letter, she stated about the transparency of the board in violation of the OMA. And so I just hope, and I've said in several times, Trustee Charwana Morgan began, I hope that this letter helps you all understand that you have to follow procedures. Okay, you have to follow procedures. Treasury Tamika Price contested Morgan's statement, namely mentioned the Open Meeting Act. So Williams left. She mentioned Morgan, the one that we had just saw, Miss Morgan. Let me take a picture. And Keith Price's wife, like, nah, that's not the way it is. But then you're going to see Keith Price's wife sounding like Miss Morgan in this live, like they over here playing games. Because I'm like, wait, who said what? Let me just get Miss Morgan. Because Keith Price's wife tried to contest Miss Morgan, like, nah, it's transparent. It's transparent. There's no issues here. And then you're going to see Keith Price's wife going back. Keith Price's wife is contesting her. This is Keith Price's wife in the front of this picture right here, okay? And that is Mr. McCaskill right there. I just want y'all to know who we talking about. I'm doing it for my own good, my daggone self. All right, so now let's move on. We kind of seeing what's going on out here. Let's move on. All right, so we got Tamika, we got the treasurer. Hold on. So we got the new appointed members there. I got that Open Meetings Act. I got the letter. Harvey Board swears a new trustee approved tax levy and leaderships boast improved fiscal health. So this is Angeletta. I'm saying her name, Angeletta Tyler. Let's put her on the screen. That's the other one who was appointed. So she bragging and boasting now that she did. So 3 months later, I've never seen. This is her. Harvey Library swears in a new trustee improved tax levy as leadership boasts improved fiscal health. And it says, I never seen the bank account that President Anthony McCaskill said. Okay. The Harvey Public Library Board of Trustees sworn in longtime resident Miss Taylor and Felicia Johnson on December 12th. That's the one we just talked about meeting. The last of the year. The two were appointed in November. Tyler and Powell Johnson joined the board, surrounded by friends and family in the gallery. Tyler is a retired nurse. She was inspired to join the board by her 5 children growing up, going to libraries for summer reading and other activity. She wanted to make sure all kids in Harvey are aware of the resources available to them there, from paper, pencils, computers to librarian ready to help with homework. I just want it to be a safe place where people want to learn. Tyler told HWH, I want to get the kids more inspired into reading books, into having trips to the library so we can show them how to use the computers. Official business. All trustees was present except for Ms. Morgan. The board moved to approve its minutes for both the October 10th and the November 12th special meetings unanimously. The board unanimously approved in 2015 levy of $1 million, according to the President Anthony McCaskill. This approval include no tax increase for Harvey residents. Secretary Chappelle Hooks will sign off on the levy. Then filed it with the Cook County Clerk Office. The board passed its official 2025 calendar with mixed votes. Trustee Powell Johnson and Vice President Price voted down the motion due to the library being closed on some days as the school. The library is closed for 13 days throughout the year in observation of federal holiday. The only problem I have is October, which Columbus Day, because if the schools are closed and we're closed, there's nowhere for the kids to go, McCaskill said. So that's why you vote down the whole budget? What the hell going on here? The board approved a motion to change the library bank account and information as the previous bank, First Merchants in South Highland closed. McCaskill suggests exploring local accessible options like nearby Chase Bank. So the Treasury report, the cash balance for the regional bank account on October 2024 was $3 million. I'm going to say $3.1 million, according to the Treasurer, Tamika Price. McCaskill commended the library board for its account balance. I've never seen the bank account that salt, he said. I don't know, salt. No one offered a public comment. So they had $3.1 million October, almost a year ago, in the bank account. So what's going on that you got Keith Price's wife running her daggone mouth at that last meeting? We getting caught up. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Now let's go into Miss McCaskill just a little bit. We're making our way downtown because we gotta find out about Miss McCaskill too. I wish I had I'm gonna get me a sound box. I'm like, you dirty, right? I'm not talking about you, Miss McCaskill, but I'm gonna just have some sound effects. Y'all know we gotta spice it up. The new Fish District Cook County Commissioner appointed filled vacancy, so she kind of slid in there. Okay, the brief. Dr. Kisha McCaskill has been appointed on the 5th District Cook County Commission to replace Monica Gordon. The appointment was made by a group of 11 Democrat committeemen, including Illinois State Senator Napoleon Harris. Okay, the third. Let's make another connection here, dog. So McCaskill's and Napoleon are good. Okay. Let's keep an eye on that. I'm just taking mental notes here, y'all. I should be writing all this on my board, but don't worry, I got it. I'm gonna put all this together. After reviewing presentations from 5 candidates, McCaskill, who was immediately sworn into office, hold a PhD in public administration, has extensive experience in public service and event organization. So how the hell you get to be a commissioner? Public administration PhD is cool, but event organization. Okay, we're gonna look what the commissioner do. Illinois State Senator in Thornton Township Committeeman. So he's the Senator, Thornton Township Committeeman, and now the supervisor. Thornton Township, Napoleon Harris III joined 10 other Chicago and South Suburban Democrat committeemen Friday evening at South Suburban College on South Holland, Illinois, to select the new commissioner. After much discussion and presentation from 5 candidates, a group appointed Harvey Park District Executive Director Dr. Kisha McCaskill to the role. McCaskill will replace the Commissioner Monica Gordon and will serve on the remainder of her term according to officials. Gordon replaced Sims in 2023 before she began being elected as Cook County Clerk in 2024 election. I could not have hoped for 2 better women to succeed my tenure as commissioner, other than Gordon Clark and now Dr. Kisha McCaskill. Dr. Kisha McCaskill has a tone, tenure. I told you tenure. I call it tincture. It's tenure. I don't have tenure. I don't have this. I don't have this shit. They have told me, Leslie, you're great with the patients, you're great with everything, but this tenure. Like what? I'm black. I'm from Newark, and I tell it straight, and I don't kiki like being fake. That's tenure. Now I know it. I'm sorry, y'all. Now I'm like tenure. That's what I've been saying because I thought the person said tincture, but it's tenure. I don't have good tenure. I'm a little hood. Don't worry. God is making me over and making me nice. So they said she has a good tone and tenure and experience necessary to serve the people in the 5th district. So all this good tone and tenure is going to lead to our next article. We just researching. I don't know these people. I don't hold no grudges. I'm just letting y'all know because you know how it is on the South Side. And I can care less about people's emotions at this point. But I'm just letting y'all know we're here for information, educational purposes only. If it ain't out here, we won't be reading it. There's too many cross connections. Just y'all know what it is. Okay. And experience necessary to serve the people in the 5th district. She is highly regarded and considered the best in class organizer in Cook County. I am so excited about the future of this district, Gordon said in a statement. Dr. McCaskill is considered one of the brightest and best event organizers in the area. That's what Tiffany is trying to be. Event organizers, that's what y'all do. Just throw events and parties and sell people big dreams. I'm just saying. That's what I'm noticing the pattern around here. Throw a good party. That's all you got to do. That's that psychological perception of like culture and okay, I was watching this thing. I'm gonna have to get deep back into it. But basically, they're saying like we're living a subculture of a subculture. Like basically, everything is like a facade. Like when they have fundraisers and everything, is literally just a facade. Like most of the time, it does not go to where it need to go. We got a lot of corruption, so we have just a facade of a country, basically. I was like, damn, that's bad. Like, that's bad because there's a lot of undermining things. And that's how, even on the federal level, they have wanted a lot of money out through these organizations that was considered nonprofit. So it's not just on the state thing. It's not just the South Side. But yeah, she was one of the best event planners on the South Side. And then, this happened. What happened? This happened. Then this happened. because I had looked at this in the last video because I was trying to figure out who is Miss McCaskill. You know, this stuff will pop up. So Miss Tenure, good tenure and tone. That's why y'all need somebody like me who just straight tell the truth. County Commissioner paid over $30,000 as consultant at Harvey Library, where her husband served as the board president. And this was March 2025. So this was a couple of months. I kind of moved ahead of some of the things I wanted to show you. But this was the good tincture party girl, the one Tiffany probably trying to be. A newly minted county commissioner has bought in tens of thousands of dollars working in the library, where her husband now serves as the board president. So great event planner in October, because she get the money from y'all. Talking about some, listen, what do they call it? Traptivist. They call them a traptivist. Now we got electivist. You know, her going places to places, collecting money and giving promises. I'm not talking about her. I'm just talking about the tone. Y'all know what I'm talking about. In October 2023, the Harvey Public Library District Board voted to give Kisha McCaskill, wife of then Treasurer Anthony McCaskill, 6.5 months consulting contract, compensated at $2,000 per month, working 20 hours per week. The contract for her company, KHM Consulting Group Incorporated, expired May 2024, which was a year ago, but it looks like we're still having some issue because it's March 2025 and we're talking about it. Still, Kisha McCaskill, appointed to the County Board 5th District seat, represented the South suburbs and several neighborhoods in Chicago South Side in January, performed and received payments for work for the Library District, which has included providing recommendations, I'm over it, for full-time hires, liaisons, and accounts payable, and reviewing proposals for security-related contracts. So controlling who gets hired, when it should be a human resource director that does that. That is a qualified human resource director. So that's weird. That is just ridiculous. I don't know how they do stuff out there. She requested to be paid $30,450 for administrative work and reimbursed $5,164.57 for expenses she incurred between November 2023 and February 2025. What the hell expenses did she incur? What did she do? She ran some ads or something? Let me go look at this invoice. Do they got this? Okay. This is ridiculous. This is when she was approved for the contract. This is her invoice. Let's check it out. At least I ain't have to get approval for this one. Shout out to the Harvey Herald. Y'all on point. A lot of newspapers don't do this. I'm gonna just tell y'all that. But the Thornton Township newspaper does that too. They put links in there. I like it. So this was her administrative service, $2,000 for two each month. Wonder what that was. IT needs, HR file review, administrative service. This for December. She had the same thing. Wait, is it two separate invoices here? Why? She got two separate invoices. Is it detail? It's different numbers. What the fuck she got going on? January administrative service, facilitating district inventorying, IT phase. Oh, you know, we're going to get to the article where they fired somebody in IT, added hours, emergency meeting, $450. Coordinated website access for launch, compliant RFP announcement for social security service, compliant RFP for bid packet. Who, don't y'all supposed to have another administrator do this? So she was playing the role as Keith Freeman for the library. Republic Waste Management, AT&T Conference resolved and restoration. What she got going on here? What y'all got going on here? I guess she went to represent the library. Oh, we're going to have to see what Miss McCaskill got on with this receipt. He didn't get the receipts. This 12 pages, y'all. I'm about to get deep into it. Like, ooh. Okay, y'all. We're going to go into Miss McCaskill a little bit later on what went on with that. Because y'all saw me about to go deep down in the trenches. We're not doing that right now because we still got that daggone meeting to look at. But I will put the links down there. Right now, they saying that she's getting things done. As of February 3rd, they like Miss McCaskill to her first Cook County Board meeting as the Cook County Commissioner. So isn't her and Kiana going up for bat? Kiana want to be the commissioner? Because I heard the debate. That was a long video. That was long. And yeah, I was listening to that. So this is the lady who was talking like she had all her chips in the basket. And then Napoleon, from what I'm hearing, he supports her. So this is how weird it is. That's what somebody was talking about when it was like, oh, Napoleon didn't do right by Kiana because certain things. And I think it has something to do with this. So we're still doing our preliminary research. Like I said, no feelings attached. All we here do to report the news of what's going on, just keeping the people aware. Because what a tangle web they weave out her. Okay, so she's doing a great job. Kisha McCaskill attended her first Cook County Board meeting January 16th, and already she's getting her sights set on ways we can bring things to the South Side. Miss McCaskill of Harvey became the newest member we already know about. Miss McCaskill is the wife, granddaughter. We're gonna go on to this. Trying to see if there's anything. So she's finishing off Miss Gordon's term, and it should be coming up at the end of this year, and that's where her and Kiana are going for that position. Y'all get it? Preliminary investigation here. We're gonna get it. All right, now. Okay, so I was like, what's she supposed to do? So this is what Kiana is trying to get this position, and this is what Miss McCaskill is. Miss McCaskill is above all of this. Cool County Board Committee members. What does that mean? Is it supposed to be cook? I know I'll be doing typos too. I said, is it cook? This is what they oversee. She's there to the end of the year. Assets management, audit, criminal justice, contract compliance, emergency management, regional security. This is all of this stuff. Finances. I'm trying to figure out who they oversee. All of like the whole Cook County, like the towns that fall under it. Do they report to her? I'm trying to figure it out because y'all know I'm in Georgia. It's totally different. These structures, like it's ridiculous, but they supposed to be uniform as far as courts, as far as I know it's different when it comes to elected officials and titles and names, but Jesus Christ, there's no uniformity. We're going to figure out exactly what she is over. These are all the things that she's over and how she's supposed to do her job. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so Miss McCaskill is saying what she's over. Vice chairwoman is over contract compliance committee. Metro Commissioner appoint Zone 4. So I guess if you have any issues with these things, Criminal Justice Committee. I'm about to write Miss McCaskill. Sorry. Listen, I'm gonna add her to my list. I'm telling on Harvey Police. Oh yeah, y'all, I'm not done. We got some updates. Phase 2, I think phase 3 is already done with Jedediah. Because I've just been hitting. And y'all over here thinking I'm playing. I'm just moving. But I think we'll move on to the next phase where we're going to be paying attention to Harvey Police this week. I got to write some letters. Do y'all think we should write to Miss McCaskill too? She on a committee. Huh? I'm telling. Yep. I don't know what the hell Miss McCaskill could do, but she'll make you weird because y'all all talk to each other. I'm like, who the fuck is Grace Levi? And why is she writing everybody? You know her letters don't matter. Why she writing everybody telling on Jedediah and all the corruption going on in Harvey? Who the fuck is she and why is she getting certified letters sent to us? That's what the fuck they gonna say. And I'm gonna say this gonna be me. Wait, no, I ain't gonna play it in the middle of the live. Y'all already know I'm a Karen. We're gonna play that a little bit later. Let's make our way down here. Unethical behavior and micromanagement drove Harvey Library trustee to resign. So this was the young lady, Miss Monique Williams. So she was the one that resigned. Let's get her. See, I had kind of skips because I had it in order. So this is Miss Williams who resigned. She's like a pretty young lady. I mean, her soul. I don't know. You know, people be tricking me sometimes. Like, oh, that looks so nice. And they be sometimes, the devil. But I don't know. She definitely walked away because of her ethics. And I'm going to have to give it to her. I have done that plenty of times. So this is what she's saying. This was in June 2025 on ethical behavior and micromanagement drove Harvey Library trustee to resign. So with less than 6 months from her term, Monique Williams resigned from the embattled library board. Now she wants the public to know. So that's the letter. That's the one I have read before on the other live. And that's where the letter was involved. So it was nepotism, micromanagement, and exclusivity, ultimately leading to one Harvey Library trustee to resign. When you see that word exclusivity, that tells me the boule. I told you. That's all I'm saying. Look at him. His old bucket head over here. Look at you smiling. Pay your money back, sir. Somebody left a message under the comment when I had said he had up to like $20,000 or how much, because God knows, because they be lying up to $200,000. They was like, as long as he pays it back. Who left that comment under my thing? I ain't even gonna call you out, girl. You a sucker. You probably married or something. Me, I'm gonna give you a hard time. You have intentions. You know better. This is supposed to be a marriage here. You're supposed to think about us before you do shit. In any position, then fuck that. You good. I ain't got time for it. My standards too, not to say it stand this low, but I'm not about to play. You know what the fuck you was doing. It ain't no long as you pay it back. That's like you went to cheat. As long as you strapped up. No, that's not how it works. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm mean. Okay, whatever. Move forward. You know, that's why I'm single. Not ready to mingle. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I don't care. Let's hit the like button. In her only interview today about the ordeal, Williams peeled back the veil of the government bureaucracy, detailing her transparency issues, backroom conversations, and actions that undercut the library local impact, causing her to resign. While issues persisted, she didn't address them publicly. She wanted to present a professional image for the community, one that notoriously plagued by the government dysfunction. But she grew tired of the library leadership. Resigning wasn't the decision made lightly. I had a very hard time coming to the decision and cried a lot of hard tears around this, Williams said. So the conflict of interest. Elected in 2019, Williams sought changes including finances and policy reform. While the library ran payroll, she said it never paid the employees taxes on the wages in 2019. What? Oh, I'm sorry. I would have been mad. I'm sorry, y'all. That means that dumb people who were W-2, they didn't even know that they wasn't paying taxes. So at the end of the year, they owe money. That's fucked. What's wrong with people, yo? They are so self-driven. They just want a position. They just want to do something. They just want to name and don't know what they're doing. You can't do that. I would have been mad. The policy include bylaws were grossly inconsistent. She noticed the library needed a policy review committee, and she said which never occurred for a majority of the time she was on the board. The policy committee was created on the month prior to her resignation. Harvey Library is historically volatile, suggesting the finance, new construction, failing to meet payroll, near closure. The library didn't need additional organizational stress, Williams said. All right, so we already know what's going on. Nepotism. elitism, elite exclusivity. So, we had the Boulay, allegedly, McCaskill family, like, no, we own this, we run this shit. You just shut up and vote. Allegedly. Let's move forward. Okay? Information for educational purpose only. Now, let's get up to Miss Tamika Price. Okay? It's just so much. Miss Keith Price, why? What you got going on? Because we're going to get to you because you was turned up in the meeting, baby. Tamika Price resigned as the library treasurer. This was February 2025, but she's still on it as, I guess, a trustee. And Keith Price still sitting in the audience at the last meeting, watching his wife. He was getting mad. She's exciting. She's exiting that role, not the board, citing the schedule issues, allegedly. The Harvey Public Library District could possibly name a new treasurer and board secretary at the special meeting on Tuesday. So Ms. Tamika Price resigned from the role during the Harvey Public District Library Public District regular board meeting on February 13th. Although she's going to be still on the board at this time, I'd like to formally resign as a treasurer from the board because I know it's very important role in trying to coordinate schedules to get everything set up with the bank accounts is taking longer than expected. Yeah, probably because she couldn't get no damn information. That's probably why she's tired of that shit. I'm tired of that shit. That's probably the problem because she was asking hella questions. So the way she was asking was not like she didn't care about what was going on with the finance. Her spouse, Vice President Keith Price, said the resignation came to a surprise to him. Man, she's just extremely busy. She didn't even tell him. She said she didn't have the time. It says Secretary Chappelle Hooks and Trustee Felicia Powell Johnson accepted the resignation. President Anthony McCaskill voted against her resignation. The Trustee Morgan absent from the vote. Trustee Taylor was absent. Both McCaskill and Tamika Price declined to comment further on the resignation at the board, and the board plans to fill the role. So the Treasury report, just before Price announced her resignation, the board voted to table the Treasury report while it waits information from the certified public accountant. Don't we have the bills list? Morgan, who joined the remote via phone, acts unable to hear the motions to table the report until it was repeated to her. The bill list and Treasury report are two different things. McCaskill clarified the Treasury report is generated based on the reconciliation of the bank statements. No public comments were made during this meeting. So basically, they have two issues here. The bills are not being transparent, and they can't get the Treasury report from the bank. Can't get the bank statements to make the Treasury report. So that's why it sounded like Keith Price's wife was like, "Dad, I'm leaving. I ain't messing with y'all." She ain't got no tolerance for that shit. However, Keith Price clarified Morgan that requests from remote attendance during the last meeting due to illness. Here they go, talking about the Morgan thing. Morgan requests to attend the meeting remotely again. You're probably giving her some problems. You know how they do. But yeah, we getting an idea. So Keith Price's wife was like, fuck that. This Keith Price's wife right here, like, nope, I can't see the money. I ain't about to mess with y'all. I'm not about to have no headache. I ain't about to have no headache. That's why during the meeting, I think gonna watch the meeting, you would see Miss Chappelle. Oh my God, I love you, girl, but you was so over it. Her feet was telling us everything she was thinking. So this Tamika Price for Library and Literacy. This is her Facebook page that I found. Y'all know I'm nosy. I found it. So I was just looking, nothing too major up there. You know how they do the event planning thing, and we be having the most fucking events in our life. Well, my community don't have events like y'all. I'm just saying y'all have a lot of events. I can't be mad at y'all, but damn, that's it. So Harvey Library eyes lower bond interest rate. I think that's something that we'll talk about on a later date because that's intricate. they thought, I guess they made a good move with that. Hold on, I had a lot of articles. Allyship ripped to shreds. So allyship, like the allyship ripped to shreds as Harvey Library leadership's outs board treasurer. Hold up. Hold the hell up. Hold on. February 2025, Keith Price's wife left. Okay. And February, June, July. So June, is this another treasure person? Damn, hold up. So after that, what they got going on here? I'm not watching this yet. I'm gonna watch this on later dates. Okay, abrupt move to absurd the treasury in her role without her knowledge, no less transform Harvey, symbol of stillness and tranquility, into a site of screaming. Harvey Public Library District Board held a special meeting on May 20th, 2025 at 9 a.m. seeking to recognize the board role following the April consolidation election. The consolidation elections. The early morning session came almost 2 weeks after Mary McCaskill, the daughter of Anthony McCaskill, and Cook County Commissioner paid library consultant Kisha McCaskill, was sworn into during the special meeting. Oh my God. This is not right. I know everybody need a job, but this is government. This is not your business. You can't just hire your daughter. This sound like some Trump stuff. This don't sound like some Trump shit. Trump brought his whole family into the White House. That was terrible and disgusting. Did Melania come in and not Melania? I meant to say, did Obama daughters come in and work for the White House? What the hell y'all got going on here? This is weird. Y'all not supposed to do this. You know you ain't supposed to do this. This is not even sitting right at all, y'all. Come on. This is trifling. That evening when the agenda was posted online a mere 30 minutes prior, which is out of Robert Rules of Order, the Open Meeting Act, I do apologize, the Open Meeting Act, the HWH has learned the board attempted to reorganize. State law required 48 hours. Advance the board attempt to reorganize before the attorney Tom Condon of Matona Wealth eventually realized it. Oh, shit. Wait, but didn't, okay, so this is, the Library Park District, the Harvey Park District is who have Delgado. They switched him, they got him in there. Y'all remember we did a video about that a while ago. 3 attempts, they got his ass in there. So this is another attorney, Montana Welch. They eventually realized I'm remembering all of this, guys. Realize that they did not have a quorum, incapable of conducting official business. So this is, look at him. He not put his thing out there. Let's get shout out again to the Harvey World Herald. I'm gonna have to put all these links up there. Look what they did. They made my job so easy because this is like a preliminary research. This is the lawyer. Y'all know I'll be pulling this stuff up too. Check it out. Thomas J. Cardone Jr. We're going to pay attention to this name because we be looking at these lawsuits too. We have to follow up on what's going on with Dalton with the lawsuits too, because guess what? Tiffany still has a whole bunch of lawsuits with her name on there. And allegedly the new insurance company, they won't cover her. So what does that mean? All right, we getting up, making our way downtown to the meeting that was last week because we homebound. We got it, y'all. So y'all gonna have to watch this. Please share it and like. Anyone who wants to know what's going on in Harvey, you know we do deep dives. We let things kind of pile up and then we go through it. So right now, Harvey Library Board is going through issues, and we know right now, and every time we talk about the South Side, it's some dirty politics, and we're gonna have to follow the money. So this is who we're talking about today. We're going to get into where my eyes popped open, where the Harvey Library fires IT manager. Now, I watched this because this is when I noticed who was Miss Chappelle, because Miss Chappelle did a Q&A with Ryan afterwards and was kind of telling it all. I was like, well, I like her. This lady, she ain't holding shit back. That's when I got wind of Miss Chappelle. Like, woo, she ain't about to play. She about to slay. So the boy, the young IT guy, got fired allegedly for giving her some information, I think. And then he said that he was being harassed after that. So the Harvey Public Library District Board fired and its information technology manager. So he's the IT information technology manager at the same meeting in which it reinstated the employee Carl Morris, an administrator from whom filed a harassment complaint against whom he filed a harassment complaint against months earlier. So the IT director or IT guy that got fired filed a complaint against, Mr. Morris. Okay, we getting it. And then they fired him and hired back Mr. Morris. So we need to figure out who Mr. Morris is connected to. The Harvey Library Board moved to terminate information technologist manager Sam Hans at the special meeting in June. See, we're getting up to it. June 18, 2025. Months prior, Hans filed a complaint against Mr. Morris. Carol Morris, adore Miss Morris. Carol Morris. She was hired as a special meeting in February, officially starting in March, according to the report read by the former consultant. Morris was terminated in April. So what was she hired to do? To be an IT specialist? Morris potentially associated. I knew it. I was going to say it already, but I was trying not to jump the gun. I knew she was connected to the McCaskills. No fucking way. Morris potentially associated with the McCaskill family, who now runs the library, was rehired at the same special meeting last month. Hines' termination leaves trustee Chappelle Hooks in a state of limbo, currently unable to send emails and read attachments included board document. So I think he was sending her information that they didn't want her to have because they disabled Miss Chappelle Hooks' email. Yes, we getting caught up. I'm kind of coming to me. Yeah, because she can't correspond and she can't see her stuff, and I think that's for a reason. You got to talk to IT President Anthony McCaskill, Director Hooks, since she's specifically referring to a library email address. She said he said McCaskill then directed Hines to her to assist her. After an executive session, the board moved to terminate Hines. So they told him to help her and then fire him. Hines' termination also creates challenges for other staffers. Shortly after the meeting, a temporary work with Mr. Roberts have arrived to receive training from Hines. 2 days later, without total board approval, Mr. McCaskill terminated 2 temporary workers the HWH had learned. Those people, they must have was too close to the young IT guy, and they probably didn't like that. There he go. That was the young IT guy. I think in the other video that I'm gonna cut up and we're gonna replay. Hopefully y'all watch it. It has a little portion of his video, and I think I did put a portion of Mr. Ryan's video where he was talking to Miss Chappelle about this, and how Miss Chappelle was like, "What the hell? Like, I don't understand what happened." Like, she's trying to be politically correct, but she was still telling what it is. Attacks on transparency in official businesses. The library board provide no public notice on the website for its meeting in June. Nope, they don't. The minutes, they stop. months ago. So which that directly violates the state's Open Meeting Act. The OMA directs that advance public notice is required for meetings of the public body, like Harvey Library Board packets were even sent to trustees the night before the meeting, and that's not good because they can't review the packet, especially if it's big and they have a lot of bills to pay. They can't review it. That's really hard for them to do. So the IT guy was fired. We're gonna, when we go into Miss McCaskill a little bit more, we're gonna go into what was the issue with the IT guy and the new IT person that's there, how they're connected, because we didn't figure that out yet. But y'all see Southside Connections, which is nosy as all hell. I'm just nosy. Thank you for being here, guys. I know we don't have many in the chat because my notifications don't go out, but please hit the like button. God be the glory. We will get our notifications out for this content. We're not totally blackballed when it comes to the algorithm. We won't let it. God got us. You already know what it is. We're about to switch things up. Live it up. Live it up. Okay. I'm over. Harvey hires 2 administrators. Okay. I'm over all these articles. Shout out to the Harvey Herald. We're going to put a lot of this stuff inside of the description so you can review the people who are really concerned about what's in Harvey. And this is related to the Harvey Library District, another tax entity that's taking your money. And that's why I said, look, this for information, educational purpose only. We're going to watch the video next. But this is the article where I was like, wait. Look what they did. Shout out to the Harvey Herald. But y'all did this because I was like Chappelle hooked. And then it says, allyship ripped to shreds as Harvey Library Leadership outs Board Treasurer. And it says Chappelle Hook's named Board Treasurer in February was bounced from her role after reorganization. So that was the reorganization they were talking about. Oh, you see how you should read everything? Like my favorite face said, reading is fundamental. She had no clue the move was coming, so they ousted her. Oh, because Miss Chappelle was probably doing the same thing that Key Price wife was doing in this live, in this video we about to watch. Now it makes sense. Oh, snap. All right, now we get into it. Now we're about to get to the nitty gritty. They denied my request for that paper. A. Davis, who A. Davis? Remember I was trying to get a request of that paper that they put there? They denied my damn request. Look at that. They trifling. Let me show y'all. Why you got it up there? You're going to be denying people requests this year. Look at that. They denied my request. They ain't right. My nosy ass. Reading is fundamental. Anyway, moving forward. Now let's watch this video together. Guys, thank you for being here. We're an hour and 20 minutes into the broadcast. Yeah, this is our preliminary research into the Harvey Public Library Districts. We're reconnecting names, positions, who did what. And this is all public information. So we're not outing no one. We're not affiliated with no one. And I say that because there's a lot of ties out there. And I don't know who be feeling the way, but at this point, Grace Levi is just gonna do this. That's the fuck I'm doing. But before we play the show, I said the movie. It's like a movie. Y'all know what we doing. Let's just take a little intermission.
Let my snitching fool you. I love a good jam.
Okay. We'll save the explicit language for later on. Let's get it. Let's watch this together now. We playing catch up here. Y'all know there was been a whole lot of drama. Had to be writing a whole lot of letters against a whole lot of traptivists taking up my damn time. And I was also been working on my business stuff, y'all. God be the glory. Things are working out. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Yahshua. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta thank the Lord. Let's move forward. Shut up. I know I'm corny, but y'all love me because I put in that work. You know what it is? You know what I'm saying? All right. So this is a 53-minute video. We're gonna play it a little bit faster. I want you guys to pay attention to Miss Chappelle right there with the bun on her head and the lady next to her, because that is Keith Price's wife. And I think this lady is Felicia with the flip-flop. She got a little aggressive. Okay, so pay attention with the lime green. And then you're going to see the guy in the middle come, Mr. McCaskill. Let's get it.
Harvey Park District Library meeting, calling these regular board meetings to order. Today's Thursday, August 14, 2025. The time is 6:32. Roll call.
President McCaskill.
Yes.
Vice President Taylor.
Yeah.
Secretary McCaskill here. Treasurer Johnson.
Here.
Trustee Hooks.
Here.
Trustee
A
Morgan.
little bit. We're going to play a little bit faster, y'all. Okay, y'all know I'll be getting tired. I'm going to take a nap after this.
Trustee Price.
Present.
Take a motion for executive session.
Second.
Roll call. I'm sorry. For the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employee of the public body or legal counsel for the public body pursuant to the 5 LCS 120/2C1.
Second.
Roll call.
President McCaskill.
Yes.
Vice President Taylor.
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill. Yes. Treasurer Johnson.
Yeah.
Y'all give me a second. I'm gonna let this rock out a little bit. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm not stopping the video, but I'm just gonna go get something to drink, get myself together real quick. But we're gonna be playing this, okay?
Trustee Hooks.
Yes.
Trustee Morgan. Right here. Trustee Price.
Y'all go.
You know, they had the budget hearing.
That's Keith Price's wife. They gonna Miss Chappelle Hooks. And who's this other lady? I'm gonna remember these people's name. Y'all tell me their name. Miss Taylor. Is that Miss Taylor? That's Miss Taylor right there, okay? Guys, go look. Y'all need to know who these people are. That's Miss Taylor. Okay.
They had the budget hearing. Because I showed up and they were in the middle of the budget hearing. I didn't know that I had at 6:15.
It's your face, Chappelle. I like her.
With no copies of the budget.
I didn't get it.
Okay, guys. So they just so you know, they just voted to go into executive session. Okay, let me show.
So thank you all the time.
I know.
Let's get this stuff done.
No.
All they do is make us look. All they do is snap.
Right. That's why I to get stuff. You know, we still
Give people something, they gonna play.
This item is 7:23. Make a motion to reconvene open session.
Second.
Roll call.
President McCaskill.
Yes.
Vice President Taylor.
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill. Yes.
Okay.
Treasurer Johnson.
Yes.
Okay.
Trustee
Taylor is the vice president with the flip flops. I think she had got a little hood. I thought she was Felicia, so let's correct that. That is Miss Taylor. The lady with the flip flops got a little brolic. Okay, y'all, let's watch it.
Hooks.
Yep.
Look,
Trustee.
now all through this, y'all, I need y'all to watch Miss Chappelle feet. Now, y'all. If y'all talk about tension, me and Mr. Chappelle on the same damn boat, because look at her face. Already sick and tired of being sick and tired. I got jokes, Mr. Chappelle, for this one, yo. Your ass was going in with the faces. You ain't had to say nothing at all. But at least they didn't look like mean faces. They was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Feet swinging. Something happened, her feet will lift up and shit. I'm like, Miss Chappelle. She had me dying when I watched this. I was watching a little bit of it from Ryan's live. So I was in the comment like, look at her feet. Look at Chappelle. So let's watch her. Okay, so keep your eye on her because she's over this shit.
Order. Not here. Trustee Price.
I'm not laughing because it's funny because the people are suffering because of these decisions, but she's holding on. Okay, we just got to make the best of this. Okay, guys, so let's go.
Yes.
Okay, moving on to number 5, Treasurer Report as of July 2025.
That's the daughter right there. That's the daughter, McCaskill daughter, where they could have gave somebody else that job. Okay, so y'all see who all that stuff we was talking about. This is the daughter that was given the secretary position.
Okay, and account number 1331, we have $498,836.65 in our.
This Felicia. Okay, this Miss Felicia. Okay, good. We got a good clear picture. All right, that's Felicia. I don't know Miss Felicia was misbehaving, but we watching who is who, okay, guys?
Account. In our account 1359, we have $674,762.22 in our other region account. In our account 5775, we have $1,622,158.35 in our first merchant. An account number ending in 0863, we have $7,914.70 in our first merchant account. In our account ended in 3106, we have $6,740.37 in our Illinois funds. An account number ended in 0011, we have $23.95 in our Illinois funds. And account number 5535, we have $189,590.41 in our Illinois fund account, giving us a total of $3,026.65. That is our July Treasury report.
I have a question regarding the deposits.
As a follow-up.
Last month's meeting. As a follow-up from last month's meeting, you said you would let us know when you start doing deposits, bank deposits. You haven't made a deposit yet? Okay. Have you opened the bank accounts yet?
No.
So what are you reading from them? Is that something that was made and given to you, or is it an actual bank statement?
Our bank statement is treasury. And I make that right up.
You make it up?
What the hell? She said, where you reading this from? Did the lady say she make it up? Y'all, I can't even get away from the screen real quick and give me something to drink. I keep running back like, what?
So I know the president made it last month.
We're not, but this is not a discussion.
No, I'm just making a note, and I was also following up because you said you'd be making deposits.
You didn't. The chair not recognized.
That's fine. On the other, in regards to
approval of the
in regards to the payment of $180,000 for the bond payment of interest, can you? Okay, I apologize. Can you answer my question?
Trustee Price,
Is this not the time to discuss
Trustee
finance?
Price, you have order.
When should I discuss finances?
Trustee Price, you have order.
When should I discuss finances?
Point number 7, approval of the bills.
What? No, but if they bring an item up and talk about it, you can have a discussion. Uh-oh. He just like fucking Clark. I'm telling you, they all the same. They done took the vote. They must have took a class for this. Because all the leaders say the same damn thing. So basically, she should supposed to be able to ask some questions, discuss a little bit. He's saying no. Only time you're going to discuss is through a budgetary meeting. We just tell you what we got, and you just take it. Even though she asked where you get your numbers from, did you get the bank statements, everything? And she said no. She said, where did you get this from? I made it up. You made it up? You made it up? Let's keep playing because we're going to be here all night with this right here.
All right, so we have the bills list.
6. You gotta do number 6. Just do number 6.
Oh, sorry. Number 6, approval of July 2010 minutes. Make a motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Question, sorry. You're still missing the minutes from June for the special board meeting that we said last month and the packet this month. And it wasn't. Did you have those?
special meeting.
Did you send him some? Like, who dropped the ball? Was it you or
What's that?
those minutes that we didn't approve last month?
The minutes were sent.
They were sent to you. Who did you send them to?
Which minute?
The minutes that we did not approve last month. For the special meeting, we said we was doing this one. Correct. You sent them?
All right.
You sent them?
Yes.
He sent them in May and June. It is August, yo. She busting them out. What the heck is this guy talking about? Does he work for the same guy who was sitting there looking like putty at the Thornton Township meeting? Huh? Because he over there just lying. He's just lying. He can't get his words together.
Trying to determine if maybe it got lost in spam, just making sure that we can have the minutes so we can review the program.
Got a motion in a second. Roll call.
President McCaskill. Yes. Vice President Taylor.
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee Hooks.
This hook said, I'm asleep. I ain't going to nobody hell for none of y'all stuff. Let's watch it.
Oh, minutes.
That's good.
Trustee Morgan, I hear Trustee Price.
Yes.
107, approval of the bills for the amount of $94,503.57.
Second.
Roll.
What the hell are y'all paying for at the library for $94,000 a month? Oh, we got to get into this. What are they doing? $30,000 is going towards Miss McCaskill. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing.
Question. For the $66,000 bill, I believe the threshold for approval is $30,000.
Okay, I knew something was an issue. She said $66,000 bill. Is one bill? What are they doing? What one bill? $66,000. They better have a whole AC system or something. Ooh. Ooh.
The board did not vote on whoever Jay and Smith pooling in areas. We have a $66,000 pool is coming out for us.
He was part of the original contractors who,
From when? What year?
he was one of the original contractors from when they took the bids way back when Xavier was here, when we reintroduced him. When Kim was here. And by far, he's the lowest bidder. And the complaints of the employees and patrons of the library about the heat in the air.
No way. I said, what the hell did they pay for $60,000? It better be a whole AC system, because what we got going on? Yeah, y'all already know. Grace leave blackball. I gotta put my whole blackball in the chat because I didn't watch all of this. I didn't catch everything. It's the AC system. Okay.
You can either vote yes or you can vote no.
Attorney, can you explain is there an expiration in terms of RFP and bid proposals? Like, can we just dig back from the 1990s for a proposal that was submitted and say, hey, this is who we want now?
The RFP would have determined, I haven't seen the RFP.
No, I'm just asking, like, in general, how does that work?
In general, the bidding process, you determine how long the bid would become open. Typically, contractors, when you say that your bid, like when you do an RFP, you put it out and say your bid has to be good for a date certain.
Oh.
So, and typically gold, but I'm not familiar with the RFP, I didn't see it. Are you required to do the lowest responsive response?
Y'all don't have that pull up already, since y'all talking about paying the contractor, and then y'all know that some board members don't be having that information. Like, that's the shit that y'all should just have. Y'all ain't watching these board meetings over and over. Shit, have the RFP ready. I don't know. You do know. She said, what year is this from? 2023? We in 2025.
Responsible bidder, you have to publicly bid it, but as it relates to how long the price needs to remain open, it's determined based upon when it was bid. So if you look at an RFP, it'll say most people will, it needs to be open for 60 days, it needs to be price fixed for 90 days.
Right.
So obviously, in terms of most places wouldn't want a bid that was 2 years old. Obviously, the cost of labor, most people want their bids to be for the shortest period. And usually it's the contractor that won't honor the price. When they want to honor the price, because if, let's say they bid $10,000 2 years ago, Well, since then, the cost of
Let's hear it.
employments of everything has gone up, and so, most,
And
aren't there a time period, but for example, like in the state of Illinois, they might bid for the joint program, they do bid and then you jump onto it. But the period, you know, this, for example, the state might say the price has to be good for 2 years.
But even if the bid was the lowest 2-3 years ago, they still didn't come before the board to be voted upon to even work.
Thank you. That'll take it right out of my mind, Ms. Chappelle. Go ahead. Because even if the cost of living went up, you can't just keep on going with the same company. It's competitors out there. The hell you pay $60,000 for? I'm a little astonished. My AC unit was $10,000 and it was supposed to cover 2,200 square feet. So y'all do the math. I know the library ain't that damn big out there because y'all be having little buildings. So mine was $10,000 about 4 years ago. I would assume it's about $25,000 or $30,000 now because of inflation. But at least you can go and look at competitors. Now I always try to compare something I know. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I get my kind of like mathematics from. So $60,000 for a unit, maybe. I don't know how big this building is, but regardless, they were supposed to be able to see some RFPs. Okay? Yeah. So they can make some choices. Look at her face. Look at these two. Bonnie and Clyde. Thelma and Louise is in this meeting together over here.
I don't know what's, I don't know what you're.
Get your agenda.
Oh, so we're gonna vote for them after the fact?
How do you want to do it? That's what I, see,
So have they done that before?
Listen, Anthony McCaskill, nor none of us here, I believe, had nothing to do with the AC and building this, right? He knew 4 years ago that he was in a situation. Yeah, all right? And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's right here. It's not what's the problem?
What is the problem? Because I know you just don't want to be wrapped up in this.
No.
What I'm saying is that this is, we never voted on this.
So at the end of the day, you can say yes.
So wait.
I don't say either say yes or no if we never bid it. It never came for the board to even vote on it.
Like, what are you paying him $60,000 for? That's what they're trying to figure out. What the hell is it for? Okay, AC. What about the AC is getting fixed? A new unit? What's going on?
At the end of the day, right? You can say yes, you can say no.
First of all,
at this point, the work is not already done.
So wait.
That's what.
Oh, so is this a new bid? This is a new quote? Because we have prices on it through June 27, 2025.
That's the updated price list. And actually, it went down from the first originally put in a year and a half ago. And by far the cheapest. And because there's an emergency situation, right? There's an emergency situation. Here we go.
As an emergency.
It doesn't. It's rules for
yeah. So how many does it work?
Quite an honor. You will be removed. You will be removed. It's okay.
So what, have they done the work or not?
They came and they checked the filters. And by the way, Mr. Pitts, when he was here, he's the one who brought these people in, first and foremost. So they changed the filters and things like that. So they then they came back and they changed the things.
This is getting tense.
It's not petty. At the end of the day.
Why even if Mr. Hitz had to come up? What all that was like?
Because he did the service work last year. He did service work last year. That's what I'm trying to tell.
Okay, you must have supposed to make somebody vote because you said Mr. Hitz.
I got a first and second roll call.
I apologize. I have a question on the contract. So is this the actual contract where it just says, oh, so this is the deposit of $66,000. So the total is $132, and they want half. That's what you're paying. I need to be clear, and I would hope everybody else here would want to be clear on what we're paying for and what we're voting on.
You got the board back, right? Email to you, had it, saw it.
I had it for
the board back was upside down.
Turn it right side up, but it doesn't matter.
That's neither here nor there. But
okay, so we got first.
No. Can you answer the question? So the total, this is to replace all units is 1, 2, $132,000. And then we're required to pay 50%.
Chappelle, talking about tension. Y'all talking about me. Look at she done bent her ass over, laid the chair back, went to sleep, got back up. I'm beating. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. I was making faces because I was reading the actual board minutes in the executive session. So, mommy, if my face gets serious, I'll be like this, and my forehead be shining. You know, wearing a big forehead. I'll be thinking, look at Chappelle, y'all. Though, look at her. I'm gonna get you.
So that's it.
We got first, we got Executive President McCaskill.
Yes.
Vice President Taylor.
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee Hooks.
No.
Trustee Morgan. Not here. Trustee Price.
No.
Motion carries.
So we're going to number 8 for time constraints, correspondence and announcements. We're going to take those. Do we have any correspondence and announcements, Administrator Morris?
We're gonna read what they said in executive session too. They got it up there, y'all. They was trying to give somebody a raise in the executive session. It's serious. At least they got it up there. Because Dalton meetings, you don't get to see what they talk about in the executive session. Here, they got it. Ooh, let's get a little juicy. Let's finish play this.
If not, we will stay. Do you have your packet?
I have a question for Ms. Morris. That's okay. So I had a question because we had a patron that voiced the concern about the.
Wait a minute. Where the fuck is Keith Price at? Hold on, y'all. This was 10 days ago. You know, I'm sorry. I just got to make a stop. What is going on here? Keith Price still on this fucking board? What year is this? Am I tripping? Look at this, y'all. This was supposed to be the minutes from one of the recent meetings. And Keith Price's name on it. What the hell is going on here? Fucking confused. Look. Trustee Keith Price. And this was oh shit. Oh, wait. Oh, that's why I'm like, what the heck is going on? I apologize, y'all. Y'all know what I did? I went in, I'm being nosy. I went in to look at the minutes and I was like, oh snap, the minutes is there because there was no minutes for August that was up there. Boom, there we go. They are like this 2000, they got minutes March, April, May. June doesn't have minutes. May has minutes. July doesn't have minutes in August. So I had put August of last year. That's when Keith was on there. Because I was like, what the hell? But day minutes is much more better though. Look at that. I'm gonna go look at Dalton new minutes though. Let me stop talking stuff about Dalton when I haven't been going back looking at the update. Shout out to Trina for her amazing report today on Dalton. That was 5. I was like, oh snap. She came up like 10 points. And shit that was going down. I was like, ooh, you know we're gonna follow up here. Shout out to Trina. Okay, let's finish watch this, y'all. I'm almost done. We're almost done. Hit the like button. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, for caring about the South Side. All these entities that's taxing Harvey. Let's go.
New library cards. It had the incorrect website and hours on it. I'm curious to know, when did we pay for those? Did we order new library cards?
Yes, we did. You want to say it?
No, I don't know. How did we pay for them?
Then there's an invoice there.
For who?
There's an invoice for Lucas cards.
Lucas cards. So we don't use them cards anymore?
She said I answered and I ain't saying nothing else.
No. I had no knowledge about them cards. I called Lucas because that's information I got from another librarian.
Okay.
Right?
Getting sick of it. He getting sick of it.
President McCaskill.
Oh, we already, both of them.
Yeah. What's that?
So correspondence and announcements, staff reports, small community staff reports.
No, I have submitted a staff report
You take it as read, if that's okay.
and prepared one to read. It's already should have been read. I sent it every day with the attachments. Emergency introductions, community driven, digital equity events. And then we had Jay Lewis, Jayla Lewis. This is a proposal to host the community financial literacy program. We also had 2 incident reports that are attached to the sheet. That is one.
Thank you.
Do we have any resumes come in for the director?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen any resumes for the director's position or something.
This is, criminal action from executive session, so we can, make a motion to table that in the roll, second. Roll call.
President McCaskill.
Yes.
Vice President Taylor.
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson.
Yes.
Trustee Hooks.
What?
The secretary is his daughter. She gonna always say yes. What's going on here?
Technical business.
Same the new business?
All the actions.
Taking action from, which is number.
Well, I didn't hear you because you talked, I didn't hear you. That's all, what you said?
Yes.
What was I'm asking,
I'm asking you, do you want to approve that, like the actions from the executive session?
No, table, so we're tabling.
Tabling.
I made a motion. Treasurer Johnson made a second. We're just doing a roll call.
Okay.
Right, so we're tabling new business or?
No, we're tabling.
And there's no actions from executive session. We technically
Yeah, they so confused. Y'all not going to the executive session.
just.
So Trustee Hooks.
They're confusing the heck out of me.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, I'm confused.
Me too. I'm Miss Chappelle. I'm confused too. He like, what the hell? They done said 3 things in one. I'm done. I know I ain't sleepy. See, I got my legs up like Chappelle, kicking it up and shit. Let's watch this.
I'm confused now.
What are you doing?
We're tabling what?
10A.
Oh, 10A, oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Trustee Morgan, not here. Trustee Price.
Yes.
Number B, approval of the HVAC, proposal. Second, I need a second.
Second.
Where is the proposal?
Say you saw it.
No, I see like I don't know, cash app procedures. I don't know what this is.
It's a proposal, and you saw it, you said it's $132,000.
That's all I see. It says units will be serviced by month, which entails 6 visits. And
But you saw the packet, it should be a packet in there as well.
yeah, but it does not. It's not a. What are we voting on? What did you just say? We're voting on a. We're voting on the contract, right? Yeah. On a proposal. I don't see a proposal. Am I being unreasonable? The
No.
Vice President, do you see a proposal?
He said, no, that bill that you see is the proposal. The pictures, the paper with the pictures and the prices is the proposal. Ma'am, I'm being funny, Miss Price. I know that's not how a proposal is supposed to look, but let's just go with the flow right now.
Has anybody seen the proposal?
I don't do that. What do you have? Not it. With the prices on it and the pub.
I see.
Let me shut up. I'll shut up, y'all. I'm getting tired because I got jokes. I was gonna say, look at my baby ponytail. We're gonna have to add a little bit more weave to that. We're gonna have to add a little bit more weave, but let's go.
An invoice for $1,508 that was actually for service that we're talking about that.
White person said she don't got it.
This more, can you do me a favor? Can you go a copy? So let's take That'll be until Ms. Morris comes back to each proposal.
All right, so they tabling it because they didn't really have a proposal.
Second motion. Got a second?
President McCaskill?
Yes.
Wait, what are we voting on?
We're just tabling it until she gets back to the
Okay.
I'm over this shit. I'm over this. I'm not about to get you. I was just about to hook my man up with $60,000, but fuck this right quick. I'm just over this. I gotta go. So they tabling this $60,000 AC thing that they don't really have a proposal for or even know what they fixing.
Vice President Taylor?
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Hooks?
Yeah.
Trustee Morgan, not here. Trustee Price?
Yes.
One thing, letter C, approval of special counsel for Delgado Group pertaining to staffing, agency, and trustee involvement. Need a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Discussion. I'd like
Delgado, he about to get into the library board, dog. There go Delgado.
to ask the attorney, is having Delgado Law Group as counsel, and it's also the counsel for the Park District, and we have a Park District employee and also a Park District trustee, is that a conflict of any sort that you can imagine in any scenario at all? Or because it was brought to us by the president proposing this company and there's a prior relationship, do you see this being an issue?
You mean like that?
Delgado's billionaires, they billionaires. They probably was on the Epstein boat. I'm sorry, y'all. What? Yo, Delgado law firm got their hand on every single thing out there on the south side. What? Nah, y'all gonna have to protest this. They even on the library board too? Big baby. They got the Park Districts. They got Dalton. They got Thornton. Jeez. Yo, I need to work for them. They billionaires. They're billionaires. No other way they're billionaires.
That's true.
Exactly like that. Because it's
I guarantee we won't pay them $250,000. This is for a 60-day investigation on the things that was supposed to talk about in executive session. Now, if you want to lay it out, we can lay it out. It's up to you.
We absolutely can.
So at the end of the day, there's a first. Mr. Price,
No.
Mr. Price, please.
I know you let out, but.
There's a first. There's a second.
No. I had a question for the attorney. You said he works for the entire board, so can you?
He already said it's not a conflict. I mean, it is a conflict. So what are we going to do here?
Is there a
Oh, okay, never mind. Sure. The president said it was a conflict. So with that being said,
It is a conflict. Jesus, thank you. About time. But if nobody would have said that, the Delgado would have been in there like swimwear. Whoa. I'm be Haitian. Like my grandma. Whoa. What the hell going on? I can't snap my fingers like her. She be snapping and hitting. Something ain't right.
we have second. Let's call the roll.
That's not conceivable.
That's what you said.
I said it's not a conflict. I said not a conflict. But that's fine. It's a joke. It won't be fun when the findings come out. No, it won't be. But if you say something else, you're going to get removed.
Ooh. Look at him. Fuck with my wife. Fucking with my burgers. I'm going to fuck you up. They go keep going.
That's my last time saying it, Mr. Price. Seriously. I don't be disrespectful. You don't disrespect me.
I dare you. He about to, the gangster about to come out a little bit.
Okay.
Shake it.
First or second. Roll call.
President McCaskill?
Yes.
Vice President Taylor?
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Hooks?
No.
Trustee Morgan? Not here. Trustee Price?
No.
Motion carried.
Old business. I don't have the.
So motion carries for Delgado, even though it's a conflict of interest. I can't wait till they get these minutes up so we can see exactly what they voted for, because it sounds like Delgado in the fucking building. Are we tripping? No. Yeah, the residents have to understand what's going on in the systematic takeover of your whole system. Y'all gotta write letters to these elected officials that's over this, even though they may not do nothing. I'm telling you, paper to pen is way better than just verbally complaining and making videos. You have to flood the emails like, hey, this is a conflict of interest. Anything y'all find out every day, every fucking day. Baby, twice a week I'll be emailing somebody. I'll be snitching. Because all of this right here, this is terribleness. And then I'm going to pay for it? That's why people sick. They sick of this. I'm telling you, I talked to the residents in the background. They sick of this. They pay the highest tax rate for this shit, and then get told to shut up. You can't talk. Nepotism. I'm better than you. You better not talk to me. Don't ask me no questions. The boule treatment to the peasants. No. We got to do better, y'all. Keep looking on my community page so y'all gonna see different entities so y'all can snitch. Just write the letter, go talking to ChatGPT, tell them what y'all want them to say, and they gonna come up with a good letter for y'all. Now, I don't have ChatGPT, but I heard it does wonders. I have Grammarly. I love Grammarly. So just use your tools to your benefit, okay? All right, please. This is crazy. We halfway through this. We're almost done, y'all. Thank you for being here with Grace Levi as I try to catch up on the South Side. Y'all know I have been severely banned, blackballed, talked about, swindled, reputation thrown in the hole. So the ones who still here, I love you guys. Hit the like button. We only moving with truth and honor. We have no connection to nobody, no emotions, no nothing. We just saying what we saw. So if you like that type of news and commentary and these deep dives that y'all know I'm gonna break up for the weekend, hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Dated digital copy. This is in PDF, but I'll send it out. But again, like we talked about in the public hearing, there was only one adjustment, and it was $1,000 moved to the number 7, which is special reserve fund for building funds. So that turned from 170 to 171 for $171,000. That was the only thing. And once I can get to the a non-PDF file, we go from there.
Can we have copies of the revised one?
I'll send out. This is what I said. I'll send a copy when I get to the Word version. This is the PDF version.
So I'm how we vote? We have to vote.
See, here we go. When we had the last meeting, we talked about this whole scenario. I said, okay, there was an error of $1,000. We all discussed that we were going to move it from one place to another, and we did that.
Right.
So what I'm saying to you is, so what's the problem?
I asked were we voting on this?
Yes,
now.
It's on the agenda.
We're gonna vote on that now?
Yes.
Well, now officially having it in.
Ms. Hooks, you made the change on your copy, right? Last board meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm saying to you is I don't have the Word version to update it, but before we send it to the county, it will be updated. And prior to sending to the county, a signed copy will go to the trustees.
No, she's saying I'm not voting on nothing that I don't see right in front of my face. Because we're gonna vote yes, and then you're gonna put something else or anything there, and then it's gonna be like we voted on. That's why she was like, we're gonna what? That's what I'm seeing here.
I'm saying we voted on something that I didn't see it right.
Gotcha. Right. But and it's right here from the last meeting. It's in the minutes. So
I got it. I would make it.
I make a motion to approve the FY25, FY26 appropriation budget for $1,649,129,129 and 0 cents. Second. Hold up, sorry. Hold on, that's my fault. Yep. $1,650,129 and 0 cents.
100 what?
129. So it's 1.649129. That's also it's also in the minutes from last quarter.
I know that's what I'm looking at.
That's what I said. 165. I'm sorry. 1650 129.00. Okay.
Okay, motion, second.
Roll call.
President McCaskill?
Yes.
Vice President Taylor?
Yes.
Secretary McCaskill, yes. Treasurer Johnson?
Yes.
Trustee Hooks?
Yeah.
Trustee Morgan? Not here. Trustee Price?
Yeah.
Motion carried.
On back, audience participation. We have any audience participation. Okay. Anyone go first?
Eric, the CPR instructor. I passed out the information way earlier this year about trying to start a CPR class here in the library. And I was I'm here to see where.
All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to be starting to wrap up this live. This is going to be the residents' commentary. This one was the one that was the most alarming because they were talking about them hosting the CPR class. And the guy was like, how much we going to get paid, nigga? I'm sorry, he didn't say that, but let's just watch this real quick.
We stand with that decision on putting a CPR class together.
So I got a question for this. One simple question. Are you receiving any grants or funding for this?
No, I'm not. The funding will be coming out of the participants of the class. $65 per person.
And what will be the cut from what will be our percentage as a lab?
We can discuss it. It would be what, $10 per person, 15. It's all up to, after we get together and negotiate,
He didn't even talk about getting it in yet. He just made it like, just bring it up. He like, so how much we getting paid, bitch? How much you paying us, bitch? I'm sorry, y'all. We getting to the end. I'm getting tired. We're going to hear from him, and then we're going to hear the audience member reaction to Mr. McCaskill talking about how much we getting paid, bitch.
Because I gave you the paperwork to sit down there and be able to sit there and come to council and talk about, what we can do about, the percentage of everything and breakdown. Because first I called to actually ask to rent a room, and then they told me that, you all have meetings and stuff, and come here and give my proposal to the council.
He didn't even give his proposal yet. That's trifling. Let me get to the lady who was talking who wasn't happy with him. Let's play her, and then we're gonna get out of here. You guys tune into Ryan's live. He's live. They're having a Harvey finance meeting, so I'm gonna creep and get a back play on that. If I have some energy tonight, we'll do a recap because I'm trying to play catch up so we can move forward. Because the first week of September kicks off the Lexi Project 2025 for me. So we got some work to do. This week I'm trying to clear everything up, get this Jedediah character out the way, all the things I need to do. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Shout out to all the content creators who's making videos and exposing, which I know I'm going to do shit in the background. Guerrilla warfare, bitch. Oh, I'm going to get to this too, y'all, because people weird. We're going to close off with talking about, let me just tell y'all this. This lady wasn't pleased with what went on and how they conduct themselves with him asking him how much I'm going to get paid. So she went in. I need you guys to go watch the Harvey Herald. Okay. But I just want you guys to know, we're about to close off this live. I want to say thank you for being here with Grace Levi, giving me a chance to give you updated news about the South Side. I know it's been a hard transition because a lot of people play mind magic on you guys. A lot of manipulation went on and a lot of bullshit. And y'all getting to know Grace Levi. But just know I'm here to ride or not die. Because I'm not dying with people who ain't riding for me like that. There's only one or two people out there that I'll be like, let's get him. But what I will say is that I'm here to help bring transparency. I love what I do, obviously, to sit here for 2 hours and read all these articles, try to figure out who these people is, and watch that board meeting. We trying to see where your tax dollars are going because it's straight trifling. Just know that you guys are not the only community that's going through this. It's going on across the United States, and you guys continue to be a strong fighting example of what the people can do when they stick together. I see you out here in Harvey, Dalton, Thornton, the South Side. Y'all standing up. Slowly but surely, the bells is being ripped off of your eyes. You're not playing the nepotism, the politically correct thing, because obviously when y'all play those dirty politics, y'all get dirty dogs just like this dirty dog. Y'all know I'm gonna talk about him till he the hell up out of here. And then y'all getting this dirty dog. You know what I'm saying? Then this dirty dog. It's just, I'm sorry. They just keep on, the gift that just keep on giving. What we got going on? And I'm not trying to say these people are dirty dogs, not me. But according to Trina, she ain't happy with what's going on. And we're going to be following up too on that meeting and following up on some of the things that Trina has talked about, because this is part 2 to keeping up with Dalton. So there's some of the same issues that they had last year under under Hinyard, as well as some of the new issues that we have brought to your attention. I.e., I'm very concerned about the Safe Clean expansion, the zoning changes. I've been very concerned about what they were going to do with the Pope House, how they was going to plan on making money off of that. Obviously, rezoning is going to have to happen, and that's going to affect the price value of your home. Still talking about tax bills. Shout out to Trina for letting us know that the water bills is going up $2, allegedly $7. When you hear House talk about it, shit is going down. Please don't keep your eyes off of Dalton, Thornton, Harvey. We have to fight. So this is where we need to be. So y'all lead by example, lead in righteousness. And with that being said, y'all know what to do. Stay free. Till this was doing.
Don't let my snitching fool you. I love a good jam. And I'm FINGLE again, outside hanging out the window with my wretched ass friends. Let's go!
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around.
Would you like to learn a brand new and innovative way to invest your extra money that has a low barrier to entry and low competition? What if I told you that it is a guaranteed method to get up to 18 to 20% return on your investment? Tax lien and deed purchasing is the only way to get into the real estate market through the back door. No credit and no loans needed. This method isn't commonly taught, and therefore the competition is very low, for now. Put together a 14-hour info-packed course which will teach you everything you'll need to know to get started. Learn at your own pace, step-by-step guided video and aids to start you on the TLC deed investment process. The course offers many learning tools for new investors, helping ensure you safely invest in tax liens and deeds. Contact us today and join the buyback